It's hard. It's tiring. It's rewarding. It's love. This is my life every day, 24/7, 365 days a year. Life with autism doesn't have an end. There are no vacation days, no sick days, and no full nights of sleep. This life is nothing like a PBS special or the news flash showing the homecoming king with autism. There is no smiling adult bearing the torch at the Special Olympics, although Logan smiles all the time. Logan is 23, an adult, yet not, with autism, who is nonverbal. He knows limited sign language and lives vicariously through YouTube. He is my son and my life. He is my North Star, the driving force for everything that I have done so far. Without humor and love, I would have burned my candle at both ends a long time ago. This has been an exhausting, rewarding, sad, and hilarious journey. On one hand, it's a lifelong struggle. It's not all sunshine and lollipops, that's for sure. It's not a death sentence, but it is a lifelong sentence. Let me just tell you about a typical day with autism. There are no typical days with autism. Sleep, it's hit or miss. Sometimes Logan falls asleep around 10 p.m. Sometimes it's 12 a.m. Sometimes it's 2:30 a.m. when he wakes up and he doesn't want to go back to sleep. And just so you know, Logan will no longer sleep in a bed. So we sleep in two matching recliners, which are side by side. Logan will stay in bed and play on his tablet. And sometime between 5 or 7 a.m., we usually head to the kitchen. He goes to his computer and I sign him on, and YouTube begins. Sometimes in totally different languages. I cut up some melon for him and give him his pills. I feed the dogs, I feed the lizards, and I make the beds. I clean up the kitchen and the front half of the house. I start getting ready for work and shower quickly so that I can keep my focus on Logan. I leave the house around 7:40 a.m. and teach third grade all day, and usually leave work around 5 p.m. I also go to school at night. This is an example of a not-so-typical day. Some days are without incident, but then there are times when the shit hits the fan. The struggle is real, but the rewards are huge. The future scares me. What will happen to Logan if something happens to me? My story is not unique. Although we all have our differences, there are many similarities for families with autism. You are not alone, but you can feel alone and isolated. There are no instructions. No one is there to explain it to you. Most of what you learn on your own because no one knows your child like you do. I am very lucky. I have Tom, who is an amazing husband and a wonderful dad. The divorce rate among couples with an autistic child is high. If I could give any advice to a family with a newly diagnosed child with autism, this would be my advice. Be prepared for a lot of work. Look for the positives in your child. You might not have gotten the child you thought you were going to get, but this child is deserving of your love. There will be tears of sorrow, tears of joy, and hopefully lots of laughter. Don't expect a cure. This will only set you up for disappointment. And above all else, accept what is. Accept that your child is different. But he's also an individual who is enough. I am dedicated to educating others about Logan's greatness while helping them see beyond his disability.